What's happening, you guys? I'm Ben Palajak. Welcome back for some more Prizepicks content. I've got another video coming to you today for Flex Friday. We've got a nice Sunday slate of NFL games coming up, and I've got some great matchups that we're looking at. So I'm going to throw together 6 picks that I really like and do one parlay in this video, but take any of them that you like, fade the ones you don't, throw together a 4-leg. Whatever floats your boat, whatever way you seem to works for you on Prizepicks, go with that. But these are 6 of my picks that I really like for this Sunday slate. And we are starting off with Devon A-Chain. Oh, and we're on NBA. That's hilarious. Let's go over to the sport that we're actually betting on, which is the NFL. If you want NBA bets, please check out our Discord. Our Discord server is where I'm sending all the other parlays that aren't NFL that I'm not posting videos on. And we've got a lot of people joining so far that are sending in a lot of stuff that's hitting. It's already growing into a nice collaborative community where a lot of people are sharing their matchup information. So please feel free to hop in there. I'll comment down below and leave a link. But let's go over to Devon A-Chan right now, who I have on fantasy, and I love that Tua is back. And his fantasy score line at 15.5 just feels way too low, given that Tua is back. And every game that he's back, Devon A-Chain's scoring like 23. Let's see here. 23, 28. Yeah, see, that's only showing the last 5. But I know when Tua is back, he's just a different beast. All right, so I'm really counting on Devon A-Chain to be extremely involved in the passing game. But even if he's not, which he really is, because he's just such a weapon. But the Bills' run defense is really nothing to write home about. I think they're 28th right now in the league, and they're giving up just a ton of fantasy points to running back so far this year. So I love Devon A-Chain in this spot. Next, we are going to go over to Malik Neighbors, who is back from his concussion. Sabres, huh? Let's see. I want to take his receiving yards. He's going up against Washington secondary, and Washington secondary is definitely who I've been targeting all year because the number 1 receiver usually just goes crazy against them. So I'm going to go with him to get 71.5 receiving yards here. I really like his fantasy score line as well. I could see him getting a bunch of catches. He almost hit this against Pitt. No, You know what, we're gonna stick with his receiving yards line, but I like his fantasy score line just as much, and I'll probably put that on a couple other parlays. And then we're gonna go over to Josh Downs. And Joe Flacco, now that he has the reins of this offense, it has just turned into a different machine. He operates it on a different level than Anthony Richardson. He's a veteran. He knows how to read defenses, and they're facing Minnesota, who Stafford just pieced apart last week. So I'm not saying Flacco is on Stafford's level, but he's that similar type of veteran receiver who's seen every level of defense. He can probably get around some of. I'm sure Brian Flores will dial up a lot of pressure against him, and will get home. But I know that Flacco is going to have a nice game, at least passing wise. So I'm going to go with Josh Downs receiving yards. When this line came out, I think it was at 57.5. It's already at 60.5. So by Sunday, I can see this going up to 64.5 or, yeah. I mean, with Joe Flacco throwing him the ball, this just feels way too low. And then we're going to go over to my favorite lock of the season so far, Kyren Williams. Because he has one more game to go before he either ties or breaks the consecutive touchdowns in a game record in the NFL, or in NFL history. So I'm going to take his rushing receiving touchdown. It's a goblin, so it's going to lower the payout a little bit, but it just feels like such a sure hit. And because it's Flex Friday, we're going to get this money back regardless. Like, I just want to throw guys on here that feel really sure to me. So then next up, we're going to be riding the Jameis Winston train. And we are going to Elijah Moore and his receiving yards at 40.5 against the LA Chargers. We were on Tillman last week. I also grabbed him in fantasy, thank God, because he helped me win. and someone else grabbed him in one of my leagues, which was just brutal. But Elijah Moore is who I want to target this week because I feel like, let's go look at Tillman's line right now. So I think Vegas has adjusted to Tillman. I think a lot of people are going to be riding on Tillman this week. And I think the Chargers have such a strong pass defense. They're really going to key in on him as a number one option as well. Because that's really what he has grown into with Amari Cooper gone. So if you want to take Tillman, I really like his talent. So I don't hate that. But the reason I want to put Elijah Moore on here is he was just as involved with Jameis Winston at quarterback, and his line is a little bit lower against the Chargers. He's always running those short underneath routes where he can just take it, run after the catch, easy dump offs. So those are the kind of passes that the Browns are going to be wanting to hit against a really strong pass defense in the Chargers. And I can see them playing from behind in this game, and Jameis just every time he's on the field, he puts up crazy amounts of yards. He gets touchdowns, and he also throws crazy picks. So we're going to add Elijah Moore there. But if you want to target David Njoku, I really love him too. I also have him in fantasy, and he's just awesome. I'm so glad that Deshaun is not quarterback anymore, but obviously not celebrating an injury, but he's a piece of shit of a person. So, and then we're going to add Cooper Kupp, who I also love, obviously, if you see that flag. He just is so accustomed to absolutely cooking the Seahawks that I'm going to put him here. This is a divisional game, and these divisional games get really close. Stafford's just been absolutely slinging it. Puka just kind of got injured. It seems like he's questionable, or he is listed as questionable, but it seems like he's going to play. But he might be limited just to keep him further along in the season. So I can see Kupp being much more involved. I think this line is too low against the Seahawks, who he has just pretty much destroyed every time they play. So, and yeah, those are our 6 plays that we are going with for our protected play for Flex Friday. And again, I'm almost at 100 subscribers. So if you guys like what you see, if you like these picks, if you don't like the picks, please comment down below. Let me know what I can do better. But if you like them, please like, subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so help me hit there. But check out the Discord as well. I'll be sending in a bunch more information in there, a bunch more parlays on NBA. MLB's over now, but I'm trying to get better at betting on NHL too. But hopefully you guys can help me improve. And thanks for tuning in, and peace out.